new episode of Eagle Talk Show, where we talk about relationship and important life matters. I'm your girl Shula Maitojo, and I am live on Eagle Studio. So I would like to thank everybody as usual for always supporting Eagle Studio, watching us on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and also supporting what we do. And we as Eagle Studio members will continue to give you the best and nothing but the best, ranging from entertainment, news, and so much more. And also, if you want to do your graphic work in Turkey, you want somebody to advertise your product, you want anything that has to do with anything, just contact Eagle Studio and we'll offer you the best and nothing but the best. So today, I would like to move on to today's topic. In fact, today I don't have a topic actually. I don't have a topic. I saw a video last week about a 10-year-old who they took to Dubai, maybe for excursion or whatever. And this child was having sex. A 10-year-old girl having sex with multiple classmates, his fellow age mates, maybe they are older than her or a bit. And me watching the video last week, I was so furious, I was so angry, I was at the same time I was feeling bitter. Imagine a 10-year-old girl having sex. Imagine the trauma for this child. I'm just imagining myself being a 10-year-old. What did I know? I don't know anything. I'm mainly looking at the video. You will see some people are saying on social media, this girl was raped, this girl was this girl was that. But to me, to the video that I saw with my own koro eye, this girl was never raped. Because the kind of style this girl was giving, you will show that this child has not just, this is not her first time having sex. So somebody that is not his first time having sex, could you call that one a rape? This is not the first time this girl, with the style she's giving, comfortably, you know that this child is not the first time. And the mother was blaming the school. Yeah, the school has to be blamed because you took a child somewhere, you are not monitoring this child. But also, the school don't have much. They don't have to blame the school much. The people that have this blame is the parents. Sometimes, anytime a child do wrong thing, they'll say it's the mother. But I'm practically putting everybody together as the parent because this is not the first time. I'm imagining myself when I was young. I was staying with my grandparents. They don't even born me well. They don't. Like, how can you even have a phone as a child? These days, you will see a child of 5 years using iPhone. A child of 6 years, 10 years using phone. What did they know? And you remember, this is a jet age. It's not like those olden days where before the child began to know something, it would take time. But this is a jet age. They will say 5 years, 6 years old child, she knows what is sex. She knows when people are having sex. He knows about sex. And this is not only about ladies alone. Guys, you see some young boys that a 30 years old woman, 31 years old woman is teaching how to have sex. If you ask some young stars today how they first had their first sex, they will tell you it is an old person, a 31 years old, a 20-something years old that is having sex with them when they were 6 years, when they were 7 years. Some parents will employ nannies in the house. Maybe the nanny is bringing a guy to the house, having sex in front of these children. Sometimes you will have a guy in the house, you don't even know if the guy is touching your child. All what parents think about is how to go to work, bring money to the house, take their children to have the best life, have the best school, go to the best school, have the best excursion, this and that. They don't even care about buy phone for the child. So whenever they want to call, they can call and ask for anything. It is in those days whereby you will give birth to a child. It will take about 7 to 8 days before that child start opening eye. But just give birth to a child now, today. That child there, the way that child will open his eyes or her eyes, you self will be scared. This is the day you give birth to a child, that is the way the child will open his eyes. That is why the Bible keeps saying it right from time, because it knows that this jet age, children are getting wiser and wiser. That is why I say train your child from inside. And it's not about beating, basketballs, beating a child. No. You have to train the child with the Bible. You have to train the child in any way aspect. You don't have to allow a child to be used to one kind of a thing, which is beating. You have to allow the child to be used to, like that time when I was growing up, when I was young, because I used to be very stubborn, I won't lie about that. When I was growing up, I was staying with my grandparents. If I do something wrong, my grandfather will call me. I don't even know when he wants to flog me or he wants to read Bible to me. But me, as at now, there's no Bible portion about things that is wrong that I don't know. Because whenever he called me, he would ask me to sit down. After sitting down, he will ask me to open this Bible portion. I will open. He asks me to read. I will read it. He will ask me, okay, how does explain what you read. After explaining, he will tell me, how does this thing that I do go in line with the Bible portion? Then I will start explaining. It's me that will confess what I do. It's me that will give myself judgment on what I do. And it is me. You will not say, okay, this thing, does it deserve flogging or it doesn't deserve? I will say it deserves. They will not say how many stroke of cane. I will say it. Then he will flog me. Sometimes he will say, okay, I will let it go. So it's not everything about flogging. Sometimes I don't know when he will flog me. The same thing with my uncles, the same thing with my dad. In fact, when I was 15, I don't even know what is called a phone because I've not used a phone. And you imagine that your child will go into Google. Imagine that there is Google in every phone. You will see plenty things there. How to do this, how to do that, how to do this, how to do that in Google. A child can easily Google and see pornography pictures, all this kind of thing. All this 10-year-old child is not just been doing this thing for the first time. She looks like somebody that has been doing it before. Maybe she's been abused before. Because merely seeing it, you see that this child has been abused, or she has been watching all these things on social media, or been watching all these things on Google, on different apps. Maybe she thought, okay, this thing that I just watched, this thing doesn't mean anything. That's why you train your child sex education. In those times, there are some things that they didn't teach us those times when we grow up. But before we'll be able to know them, we've already grown up. But these children, 6 years, 7 years, they've already know something. And there's something that parents will do. You give birth to a child, one elderly uncle will not be calling him his wife. See my wife. Or one auntie will just come and say, see my husband. Then what do you want that child to put in his head? It will look like I'm old enough to have a bigger girlfriend. And that is why you see an elderly person, a young boy of 20 years will stand in front without no fear and be toasting. Person where they feed for us, they see they toast elderly woman. Hello, excuse me. That one go ask and say, are you not supposed to be in school? There are so many things that is happening on social media that a child is not supposed. Look at Big Brother Naija. You will see an 8-year-old child watching Big Brother Naija with his parents, and there's nothing wrong about it. Where they are showing nakedness, they are kissing, they are having sex, and the child will be with his parents, and the parents will be there explaining, hey, Sisi, do this one, hey, see this one, Nina, hey, Sisi Miracle, hey, see this one, hey. Like seriously, in front of your child. That is why when you are watching a movie, they put 18 years plus. But you see a 6-year-old. I see last year a lot of small children crying. Hey, they pursue my favorite. Is that what the child is supposed to be doing? A child is supposed to be reading his book. And when you are watching a movie, this fast forward button, this button we have as a remote, is not only to pause movie or to push it back or to push it front. It's also when they are showing some bad parts. Like me now, I'm not even used to what I'm used to when I was small. I used to watch cartoon a lot. Because what my aunties, my uncle, people that I grew up with, my guardian, what they always watch is cartoon. What they allow me, Bunny, Barbie, all those ones. And up till now, I still grow to love them. If you see me checking on Netflix, I always watch cartoon. I'm not even into all this romantic, watching all this romantic thing. And what the kind of movies they show is this. In these days, it's romantic. You see them watching, kissing, romancing, having sex physically in the camera, in the video, people watching it. And you see your child open eye. That is when you will round the eye, open the eye, and concentrate very well. You learn to teach this child. Use Bible. That is why some parents don't even know how to read. They don't even read the Bible. They don't even know what is in the Bible. A lot of discipline are in the Bible more than just saying a word. You know, they said if you do action is like showing them the reality. Teaching your child, oh, if you do this thing, this is going to be very bad for you. You teach them about sex. It's not like those olden days they are still young. No, there's no child that is young. Teach them from if somebody touch you, sex is not good. Tell them the repercussion of having sex. Tell them the repercussion of watching pornography. Tell them repercussion of. Teach them sex. Teach them about their body part. Teach them sex. Why sex is very, very wrong. And teach them what to wear. What they do in social media, once in a while, collect their phone. Check, because when you are searching for things, you go to Google, you see the things they've searched for. It is always there. Check what they've searched for. Check their phones once in a while. Pay attention to your children. It's not about taking care of them. It's not about paying their school fees or doing what does teacher has to do. Yeah, teacher can put the children in the right way. Don't do this, don't do. But children will not train your child. A mother cannot do it alone. A father and a mother, as far as your husband and wife, you give birth to a child, it is a must that both of you have to train this child to be a better person. Children that these days, they are very fast in learning. They learn very, very fast. Whether you are doing good, whether you are doing bad, they are learning. In fact, they are faster than computer. And even the Bible says it. Children learn faster than adults. You see, children's brain, they assimilate things, they accumulate things a lot than adults. Sometimes you'll be doing something, and you as husband and wife, when you want to kiss your wife or you want to do some things, you don't do it in the presence of these children because they will feel that it is okay. That's when you see a 16 years old entering Instagram, entering a Tik Tok, doing all kind of dressing. Some of them, they will dress, they will try to push their clothes down. They will be going to school, they will try to put on mini skirts. Teach them what is right. You don't just give birth to a child and leave that child that way to be what she wants to be. You have to train your child. Use Bible to train your child. Use any way possible, because God will be happy with you when you train your. God give you that child for you to train that child. If you don't train that child well, it is on you. So see that child, and sometimes you need to check on your children. No, let them confide in you. It's not like any small thing you start flogging them, pass. They will not confide in you. Make your children your best friend. Let them be able to confide in you, to be able to tell you things. Oh, because me, when I was growing up, anybody that toast me, I will talk. Because they've trained me, it is not good. Whenever I see somebody, I will talk. See this person toast me. I will say it. Because that's how I'm being trained. But when my parents, my family, once I tell them, they know how to handle it. You know, like they'll start shouting, hey, no. You take that child for even telling you the truth. Sometimes they say, make your children your friend. They are your best friend. They are your family. Don't be far away from them, so that they will be able to confide in you and tell you things. Imagine this one is not even up to a week. Another one just happened. A woman posted his daughter record a voice note, record the call his son. Imagine a 16 years old girl going to secondary school and a 60 years old man calling her on the phone. She went to church, probably went to drop the child, started confessing love to a 16 years old child. I love you, I'll buy you phone, I'll do this. Then you call that child to come to the junction, to come to one junction like that, to come and meet you, so that you go and spend time with her. A child that is old enough to be your daughter, to go and spend time with her 4 hours in an hotel. Is that not wickedness? Imagine that the parents, the mother is not aware of what is going on. This is how this child would have been going. This man would have been, he said he's looking for a wife in a 16 years old girl. Then you now sit down and sit down and sleep with this girl, innocent child like this, and spoil her and give her phone. You see a 16 years old, 14 years old girl having phones, iPhone 12, doing things where 30 years old person is even scared of doing. That is how vast the world is coming to an end. to train your child to be a perfect child. Nobody is perfect, but to be a good child. All is matter of training. We have work to do as parents. Parents has work to do. So we as parents, we have work to do. We have to train our child in the way we want them to do. Because every parent wants this child to be a grown-up child, to be humble, to be this respectable child, to be well behaved, to be well mannered. So it is the way you train your child, that is how that child will become. Because when we were growing up in schools, nobody behaved, nobody had this kind of, but the way this generation is going, things are really happening. So we need to follow suit and also train our child. We need to work on back, because God created this child and give it to us for us to train it, not just for us to push it aside and looking for money that you will die tomorrow and leave. This child will go and have, you will go and sleep outside, get pregnant, go and have abortion, and end up dying. Then where is your money going to? So we need to take care of our children. We need to train them well, so that they can give us peace and give us rest of mind. Because I'm sure that woman now that has that is not having rest of mind. She will not be able to receive it. The same thing with that child. That child will not have rest of mind. You as a parent will also not have rest of mind. So why not take our time and train our children well, in the way we are supposed to train them? Because you see children these days, they'll be checking themselves in the mirror, looking if their bum is set in the bed, which we don't do. Our own will just carry our head like a monkey and be going to school. Wear clothes, our socks. The way we used to dress that time, who they send us. But now you see the way children will be setting their bum, wearing clothes, showing their boobs just to go to school. Wearing 15 socks here, 10, like seriously. So we need to check who our parents, whether you are a guardian or you are a parent, whether they leave the child for you, you need to train them very well. Guide them, become their friend, make them easy for them to talk to you. Make it easy for them. Be their friends, not their enemy. So that they will be able to tackle, because this thing is becoming too much. It's becoming too much. Children no longer have faith. Children are doing whatever they like. This social media thing is spoiling children. Watching people in Nigeria doing all these things, social media, watching film, opening eye, looking at bad things. We need to stop the children from doing all these things. So thank you guys so much for watching today's topic. I'll see you next week Monday for another juicy topic, and we Eagle Studio will continue to give you the best. Thank you.